I'm Rev Myron. I'm a minister through Pathways of Light, and I've been a Course in Miracles student for 40 years. I'm going through the textbook this year, asking Jesus for clarity as I read, and that's what I'm sharing with you today. So let's get started. We're looking at Chapter 1 of the text, Principles of Miracles, and we're going to look at Principles 16 and 17. So 16 says, miracles are teaching devices for demonstrating it is as blessed to give as to receive. They simultaneously increase the strength of the giver and supply strength to the receiver. Miracles are teaching devices. I almost missed the importance of that first statement. Miracles are not a way to get well quickly or supply some other imagined need, though the effect of the miracle often seems to do just this. If miracles were for the sole purpose of making an illusion better, they would just be another ego manipulation of something that doesn't exist. No, the purpose of miracles is not to encourage the idea that the illusion is real and has some value, but to teach us that the illusion does nothing. Through miracles, which are a change of mind, a new way of thinking, and ultimately reveal our supremacy over the world, the miracle teaches us who we truly are. Each miracle reminds us that we are not of the world, that we are not affected by the world, and that the world does not do anything to us. We are the makers of the world. The world is of us. The world is affected by us, and we do to the world all that is done. Thus, what has no innate value becomes a valuable teaching aid, as a miracle reminds us of our true nature, and we begin awaken to that glorious truth. Through miracles, we also learn that giving is receiving. This has been a slow transformation in my mind. I liked the idea. I thought the idea had merit. Later, I believed the idea, and at some point, I realized that I knew that giving is receiving. Miracles opened my eyes to the simple truth that I cannot give anything without receiving, and I cannot receive without giving. This understanding changes everything, of course. I hear my student express doubt and uncertainty, and I smile to myself, knowing this is just a temporary confusion on his part. I know with absolute certainty and no doubt that this confusion will be blown away like smoke in a breeze, and the divinity will be exposed. My belief in him helps to heal his mind, and at the same instant, it strengthens that belief in my own mind. In the miracle of healing, we're both healed and both strengthened. Now, this is Principles of Miracles number 17. Miracles transcend the body. They are sudden shifts into invisibility away from the bodily level. That is why they heal. Within the world, there are stories being played out. Ancient memories are being remembered and seen as if they are happening now. Like all good stories, there is drama and comedy, adventure and mystery. From the perspective of the story, it seems there are decisions made and actions taken. Seemingly, this results in consequences, some unforeseen. And it seems as if this is my life and I'm deciding its course. But is that true? Let us consider what Jesus tells us in the Manual for Teachers. The world of time is a world of illusion. What happened long ago seems to be happening now. Choices made long since appear to be open, yet to be made. What has been learned and understood and long ago passed by is looked upon as a new thought, a fresh idea, a different approach. So why are we here? What is our purpose? Well, we're here to change our minds. We have been mesmerized by these stories, becoming so entangled in them that we believe we are the character we came to watch. It is time to awaken from that point of view and to live our purpose. From the ego's perspective, we're struggling for survival. We have become slave to the body. We spend our lives taking care of it and trying to keep it alive and healthy. There is another perspective that awakens us from the world of time and frees us from these stories. So what has this got to do with the miracle? We cannot perform miracles from the ego mind. Myron cannot perform a miracle, though it will look as though she has done so. It might even feel like I have done so. But the miracle is performed through, but not by, the character. Here's an example of how this works. When I was working, I had a relationship that was troubled. It took many weeks for this to be resolved. I didn't like him, and he didn't like me. Working with him was a struggle, and I wasn't at peace. I tried everything I could think of to change the dynamics of the relationship, but nothing worked. I finally stopped trying to change the outward appearance. Instead, I changed my mind about the relationship. I recognized that there were beliefs that needed to be forgiven. So I looked at them with the Holy Spirit and let them go. And I stopped caring about being right and chose to be happy instead. I chose to love. Now here's the miracle. Miraculously, all ill will fell away at the moment of forgiveness, and I became instantly happy to know this man. And perhaps even more astounding is that at the same time, he did the same thing. We didn't talk this out or come to an understanding. I arrived at work the day after I made the decision. Imagine my amazement that it was as if we had always been friends. Here is my part in this miracle. I decided I wanted the miracle, and that was all I wanted. I became willing to let go of any belief that prevented the miracle. The miracle itself did not come from actions taken in the world. It didn't come from Myron. The miracle transcends the bodies involved, just as Jesus says in this principle. The miracle heals because it occurs outside the world and the body. It comes from our true self, not from the illusion. It is easy to believe that we are all movers and shakers here in our pretend world, but that's not happening. We are movers and shakers and incredibly powerful beings. But who we are is in that invisibility, that place that is away from the bodily level. To experience a miracle, we need only to agree to it, to choose it, and to choose only that. It's not a matter of trying to make the illusion better. Rather, it's about remembering who I am, so I will experience the illusion differently. Yes, the illusion seems to respond to this quickening of my awakened self. But the minute I start thinking, okay, now I'm going to increase my profits or heal this body, I fall headlong back into the illusion, and I am no longer in the realm of miracles. I'm back in La La Land, trying to convince myself that the Myron character is my real self, trying to believe it is in control and making things happen. If I recognize that what is happening in the story cannot be part of truth, I desire the truth, not to change the illusion, but for the sake of truth and love's sake. That desire is answered with a miracle. The illusion is a projection of the mind. So as the mind heals, the projection, the dream we think of as life, appears different. It may not be the change the ego expects, but it will change to reflect the healing of the mind. The miracle is a miracle because it occurs outside the boundaries of the laws that we made. These are the laws that we made to hold the illusion in place, and thus a miracle undoes our belief in the illusion. Having the miracle of a troubled relationship completely healed instantly, and for both people, changed my belief about the world. These days, I know that I'm not Myron. I know that I have access to that which is in the invisible. Undoing the ego is our real goal. Yes, I still take my eye off the ball and get distracted, thinking that the illusion needs correcting. And so sometimes I try to fix this, or that thinking it will make me, or thinking that it will make me happy. But then I stop wasting my time and return my attention to the only thing that needs changing, my mind. I then work outside the ego system. I work in the realm of miracles. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading. I hope you enjoyed it and you found it helpful. If so, then please like it. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. And I'll be back tomorrow with another principle. See you then.